Welcome
already
back.
having a good conversation.
We are having great. We were talking during the break with Duncan here just about the housing market and everything. Appreciate you joining us here this morning, by the way.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
The word bubble. That's all we've been chatting about. Is there a bubble? Will we feel a bubble? Any of that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, people nowadays, they get all their news on their phone, and they really are just. You've got to have kind of an inflammatory headline to get people to stop scrolling. So you're seeing all these, these predictions of, the bubble and it's going to burst and the economy and all this stuff. And, the housing bubble, the crash, which is the only one, we ever had, was caused by a completely different situation than what we have right now.
So what was the situation then? What is the situation now?
So the situation now is strictly supply and demand. We've got 100 people a day moving to the valley. And with, the shortage of supplies and all that stuff, there's absolutely no way we can possibly keep up, with the inventory. Now, back before the crash in '08, we had tons and tons of inventory. We had artificially inflated values. We had very, very loose lending guidelines. I wasn't in the business back then.
Right.
But that's all been taken care of, and it's all been tightened up now. And, we've got a really, really strong economy, and we are the
diversified too, which
absolutely.
is so different than when in 2008, speaking as Phoenix
Indeed.
Specifically. And by the way, I don't blame you for 2008. I like
Thank
that
you.
you were.
Appreciate that. I was doing hair then, so I don't think I had that much to do with it.
If you were to buy a house right now in the valley somewhere, and you wanted to get your most bang for, or most return on your investment, is the East Valley the place to be? It seems like we're seeing the most amount of housing development there, or is there? What spot would you pick in the valley?
What's really, really funny is that Buckeye is the #1 fastest growing market in the valley. So, and I never thought I'd ever say that, but yeah, Buckeye is where there's lots of land and lots of development and stuff. And this is still a great time to buy. Rates have gone up 2 3/8 year over year. So people are like, oh my God, I want to wait for rates to come down. Well, we don't know for sure that they will. We're almost certainly going to have a recession next year, and that usually brings rates down. But we don't know how high they're going to go in the meantime and how much further down they're going to come, right? So hedge your bets now. So if you buy something now and rates continue to climb, you're going to be lucky that you got in now.
But can you afford to buy? I mean, for example, like the value of our home has gone up. It's insane.
Congratulations.
Right, but if I sell and make that money, where am I going to go? Because the mortgage rates are so much higher than when we refied a couple of years ago.
No, absolutely.
And so it feels like you're kind of stuck.
It's kind of a lateral move, and that's
that.
Indeed. And that is a very good point. What's really funny is that in the 400,000 and below market is the only place where demand has come down. And really that's due to most of the people in that category have the income level that these higher rates have kind of priced them out of, what they're trying to buy. Everything above that, demand is still really, really high. So it's actually a good time right now below that 400,000 mark to get in and have less competition than what we've seen, in 3 months ago.
Well, love having you come in, love all of this perspective. You hear the R word, recession, and you start getting a little nervous about things. So this is great to know that. And I'm certain that the Buckeye City Council is so excited you joined us here this morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to have you back on a couple months because I'm sure we're going to see a lot of changes.
Indeed.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank you.